Hello, students and parents. Welcome back to another Duval Schools Parent Academy. I am Emily Collins, Supervisor of Secondary Math, and I'll be your guide today. Today, you'll learn all about helping your child to be successful in their math course. How is math different? In fact, why does it even matter? What are some of the student expectations for learning? How can you help as a parent? So after this session, you'll be able to discuss with your child a plan for studying and strengthening their math skills. Ask anyone what their least favorite subject was in school, and chances are they'll tell you it was math. The anxiety around finding that one right answer and doing it quickly disconnected so many learners that people simply believed themselves incapable of understanding mathematics. But with so many changes in the last decade, we are learning to reimagine math classrooms as places where students of all abilities work together on the same problem. With Common Core math, it's more than just getting the answer right, it's justifying your thinking, really justifying your work. Math is everywhere in the world, and an important building block to certain careers. So if you believe you can, you will be great at math. Math skills are very important to your future success. Did you know that 70% of all jobs require mathematical knowledge? So take for instance, people that go to the gym to ride the stationary bike. Well, it's not so that they can compete in the stationary bike Olympics. It's to build up their endurance and strength to make the rest of their lives easier, maybe even more enjoyable. Math is like a gym for your brain. You may never use the quadratic equation in your adult life, but the process of learning it boosts your brain power. You can build 4 important competencies starting with your 9th grade year in high school. You'll need to have good decision-making skills, good communication, good problem-solving and analysis skills, and administration. Well, I like to call the last one executive functioning. With Common Core, you'll know you really understand the material if you can explain it to someone else. Common Core is like playing a sport. You practice, you understand, and then you apply your knowledge. Notice the directional arrow in the basketball example on the slide. You've mastered free throws, but free throws are like building blocks. It is necessary for you to practice them every single day. Math has the same practice plan. You warm up with the basics, and then you apply and extend your knowledge. It is very important as a student that you practice math every day. So, what does the research say? Well, the shift is away from memorizing facts and rules to understanding the whole meaning. Students must create meaning for themselves from concepts they've learned in elementary and middle school. So if we look at the coherence piece that is on the slide, the expectation is that students continue learning about working on operations, use what they've learned in the past, such as fractions, and then continue the same concept but with rational numbers. Further in their high school career, they'll get into using irrational numbers. So be sure to check your child's FSA end of course performance so you'll know their strong and weak areas. Successful math students know that practice makes perfect. You won't learn math just by watching your teacher. You have to practice every night. Understand that studying for math equals doing math. You should go back over the review sheets, rework your homework problems, go to extra help sessions, prepare with questions for your teacher. Lastly, be organized. Here's an example of the type of problems you should expect to see in class and on your FSA end of course exam. Now in class, we take our mathematical tasks and fit them into 3 different parts. Exercises, which are procedural skills, problem solving, which are conceptual understanding, and investigations, which are related to real-world applications. Sometimes your teacher will start you off with a procedural task, and that will lead you to what we call as a conceptual problem. That's right, word problems. These types of algebra questions require you to solve and justify your work. A very similar course, geometry, requires much of the same requirement as in algebra, but you get more formal by proving information to be correct based on drawings and figures. In geometry, you must hone in on important vocabulary and features in order to help you justify your work. If your child is in algebra or geometry, it's important that he or she takes their FSA end of course seriously. The Algebra FSA end of course score counts for 30% of their course grade, and on top of that, it's a graduation requirement. Other exams, such as geometry, algebra 2, or other math courses, will also count as a certain percentage of a student's grade, but they are not required for graduation. Again, only the Algebra 1 course is needed for graduation. For both subjects, algebra and geometry, the minimum scale score of performance level 3 is indicated as the passing score. You'll also receive an individual score report that will share how your child performs in each reporting category. So earlier I told you about the Algebra 1 FSA end of course graduation requirement. Well, not all of our students pass, so we provide additional opportunities throughout their high school career to meet this graduation requirement. Take a chance to look at the table for the concordant score needed should your child not pass the FSA end of course. You can find important testing dates on the Duval County Public Schools website. Click on Departments, which is located at the top of the page, then click Accountability and Assessment, and you'll see calendars on the left side of the page. Visit here to stay up to date on any changes to the testing dates from the State Department of Education. It is so very important you know how to access all of your class resources. In your internet browser, type duvalschools.org, then click in the middle of the page on HomeRoom/OneView. Click on Popular Links, then click Blended Learning, and you'll see all of the available student software. The Blended Learning page will allow access to any online materials that support your math course, such as HMH or Algebra Nation. Let's focus on Algebra Nation. Did you forget how to solve equations when you were starting your homework? No worries. Hop on to Algebra Nation, choose the study expert that you learned from best, and watch a video that explains the concept. What about if you need to ask a question? Well, grab your smartphone, snap a picture of your homework question, and post it to the Algebra wall. If you just want to get some extra practice before a test or quiz, try out the Test Yourself. It's a practice tool which tells you exactly what you answered correctly or incorrectly and directs you to videos that will help you master the questions you missed. Algebra Nation can support grades 6 through Algebra 2 and also SAT. Here's an additional resource, Khan Academy. It costs absolutely nothing to watch videos and work on problems. Students can learn and work at their own pace. It provides an incredible amount of math problems from a variety of grade levels, from very basic elementary concepts through calculus. It offers practice exercises, instructional videos, and a personalized learning dashboard. So parents, this is for you. You can assist your students by helping them to navigate all of the resources available from their teacher, our district, and online. Start first with what his or her teacher has provided in the syllabus. Homework supports your child's learning at school and is a great way for them to develop life skills, such as time management and self-discipline. Now, most parents are hard-pressed for time to help with daily homework, and that's why my first piece of advice is that you help strengthen your child's work ethic and accountability by ensuring homework is completed. Encourage mental math. Ask for explanations, not just answers. Ask about their thinking. There are some things you and your child may not know, but if you give YouTube a quick search or look at the resources the teacher has provided, you'll be able to quickly learn about a certain skill or concept. So, here's some questions to help guide your child to the answer. It is best to ask questions rather than give answers directly. That helps your child to be an independent learner. So, rephrase questions using things that your child is interested in, and if they're doing well, praise them for their effort. Say things like, "Well done, you've worked so hard." When they get stuck, ask them to explain what they've done so far and what they're finding hard. If the homework is just too hard, reach out to the teacher for guidance. While student success largely relies on factors like study habits, school attendance, test-taking abilities, and more, research is showing that parental involvement also has a large impact on student achievement in the classroom. As a parent, it is important that you develop a strategy to communicate to your children that it is a priority to you that they are in school. As an educator and a parent, I know life is going to happen, but be sure that you are a champion for your child. I hope you picked up a few tips today to help your child navigate through learning mathematics. Parents and students, on behalf of Duval County Public Schools, the Secondary Math Department, we wish you much success this school year. We are in this together. Feel free to email me with any questions at collinse1@duvalschools.org. DCPS, we have that.